Hello everyone and welcome back to Genie Crafts. Christmas is fast approaching, so I thought that I would put up a video on how to prepare a low poly snowman model in Blender, and that's what we are going to learn today. So in this video you are going to be able to prepare the snowman in Blender even if you don't know Blender software that well. Just by using the basic functionalities you will be able to do that. So guys, let's get started. So to start the process, open the Blender application on your system. Blender is a freely available software on internet and anyone can download it for both Windows and Mac. Once the software opens, then you will see a default viewport which contains a camera angle, a light and a cube. We don't want to use these default settings, so click on the cube to select it and then press X delete, or you can directly click delete on your keyboard to delete the cube after you have selected it. To add a sphere, press Shift A on the keyboard to open the addition menu, and under the mesh options there will be a UV sphere option. Select that. Now by default this sphere will contain a lot of segments, so at the bottom there is a context based menu wherein reduce the total number of rings in the sphere and also the total number of segments in the sphere. Now it's completely up to you how much detailed you want your snowman to be. I want it low poly, so I have kept the total number of rings at 8 and total number of segments at around 10 or 11. Also on the right hand side panel there is an option where you can change the measuring units to centimeter, so that I have a better view of or better assumption approximation of how big my model is going to be. So I'm changing all the units to centimeter, and then finally based on that I'm going to change my radius of the snowman for the bottom portion of the snowman to 10 centimeter, that is a total 20 centimeter diameter. Since your sphere will now become very small, to zoom in into the viewport you can use the scroll wheel to zoom in and zoom out of the viewport. To see the front view, click the 1 number on your number keypad. To go to the side view you can click 3 on your number keypad, and similarly 7 for the top view. Or you can press the center mouse wheel button of your mouse and then drag it to rotate the viewport as per your desire. To go into the edit mode, press tab on your keyboard so that you can now go into the edit mode and start working on your snowman. This sphere will act as the bottom portion of the body for snowman. To create the head, press Shift A on your keyboard and add another UV sphere with the exact same settings as for the previous sphere. The only difference would be that this time the radius of the sphere would be slightly smaller depending upon how big you want the head to be. So for my case I have set the radius as 6 centimeter, so that the entire diameter for the head will be around 12 centimeter, slightly smaller than the base of the snowman. Now we need to move the smaller sphere in the Z direction, so press G on your keyboard and then press Z to ensure that the movement only happens in the Z direction, and place it slightly upwards from the bottom sphere. Now to go into the X-ray mode, there is this small key at the top right corner. If you click it and when you drag it, even the vertices which you don't see will get selected. In this case I have selected just one vertex, and to delete it press X and then delete, or right click and delete. So the space that we have created at the top will be utilized to connect to the top sphere, and for the bottom we need to create a flat base. So I selected the vertices, deleted it, and then selected rest of the vertices at the bottom and pressed F on the keyboard to create a face with all the selected vertices. Similarly at the top sphere I'll delete the bottom part to create space on the top sphere also, and then I'll move the entire sphere slightly downwards, just some distance from the bottom sphere, so that I can create that muffler that snowman is going to wear, that blue muffler that you saw at the beginning. So I'll just move it slightly downwards by pressing G on the keyboard and then Z to move it in the Z direction only. We'll shift from vertex selection mode to edge selection mode by clicking on that option on the top left, and now to select the entire edge loop together, all you need to do is press Alt and then click on one of the edge. So all the connected edges in the loop will get selected. Similarly do it for the bottom, and then select bridge edge loops so that you are able to create a bridge between the two edge loops of the top sphere and the bottom sphere. Now we can utilize this central portion to create the muffler for the snowman. Now we'll move to face editing mode by clicking the option on the left top corner so that we can directly do the extrusion of the faces. So click on that face icon so that you go into the face editing mode, and go into the front mode again by pressing 1 on the number keypad and drag and select all the faces. Since the X-ray mode is on, so even the faces at the back will get selected. If it is not on, then only the faces on the front will get selected. Now press E to do the extrusion, but do not drag anything. Just press E and then press escape. So another layer of same faces has been created, and now we are going to press S on the keyboard to do the scaling so that the extruded layer that you just created comes out. This is a easiest way to do extrusion when multiple faces are involved in a closed fashion. So as I scale the outer extruded face, then you will see that a sort of muffler layer is now created, which is wrapping the neck of the snowman. Similarly, on the side of the snowman, we are going to do in a similar fashion for the rest portion of the muffler that is hanging down on the body. So once again press E and then extrude all the faces by directly dragging. Now in this case it's not a closed loop, so you can just directly press E to extrude and drag it outwards. The only thing that you will need to do is to connect the top portion with the circular edge that you have created around the neck. So we'll do a little bit of editing to achieve that. Now if you'll go back into the X-ray mode, you will see that after the last extrude function that you utilize, there is one face that is inside the body of the snowman, which we don't want. We want a continuous surface, right? So what we'll need to do is that we'll need to first delete that particular face. So you can zoom in to focus on that face and carefully select that face that is going inside this particular face. Then press X on the keyboard and then select the option delete only faces and edges, so that rest of the edges except this particular face will remain intact. Obviously the moment you will do that, since some of the vertices are now deleted, so all the faces which were utilizing those vertices are now gone, but the edges still remain. So now we are going to manually recreate those faces by shifting the top vertices slightly. As you can see that the faces have deleted, which we'll need to manually recreate. So now go into the vertex mode again by clicking on the vertex option, and also go back into the X-ray mode again so that you can see. Now these two vertices that are inside will need to join it with the circular edge vertex. So select both the vertices, press M on the keyboard to open the merge menu, and then ensure that you are selecting the vertex on the circular portion of the muffler at the last, so that you can select the last option. If you have selected that vertex first, then in the merge menu you will have to select the first option. Now that our vertex are at the right place, now all we need to do is to recreate the faces by selecting the respective vertices. So for each of the face, carefully select the 4 vertices that are forming the face and press F on the keyboard to create a new face from the new vertices. Similarly do it for the other 3 faces also. And with that, the scarf or muffler around the neck of the snowman is completed. And if you will go back into the solid mode, you can see it is clearly visible. We'll obviously going to color it in a different color later on. In the next step, to create the nose, select a vertex on the central ring of the upper sphere, and then select all the corresponding or adjoining edges, the 4 edges that are merging on that vertex with the help of shift and then clicking those edges. Then right click on it and select subdivide to divide those edges in half, which will automatically create a rhombus in the center. Now click the center vertex of that rhombus and then grab it with the help of pressing G on the keyboard, and then move it outwards to create the nose structure. Now if it is not in the correct direction, then obviously you can utilize the front view, top view and the side view to correctly position the nose and ensure that it is pointing in the right direction. So you can do that adjustment on your own. Next we are going to create buttons on the snowman. So for that, select the same circular vertical ring on which you have created the nose, and then for the edges that are surrounding the vertices on that ring, we are going to subdivide those edges 2 times, especially those ones which are common between the 2 vertices, and the last one we are only going to subdivide once. Now we are doing this so that we can cut those edges into slightly, and later on we are going to use a knife tool and create buttons out of that by joining the faces. Now one of the Beautiful features of knife tool is that when you use a knife tool to trace a outline on an existing face, it automatically gets converted into a new face, but not a duplicate face. So within a face, a new face is created. So first do the divisions of the edges, and then when you are done with the division of the edges, and then when you go into the vertex mode from the edge mode, you will see all those vertices which correspond to the divisions that you have done. Now to activate the knife tool, press K on your keyboard, which will activate the knife tool. The moment you will take the knife tool near a vertex, it is going to get highlighted in green or red, and you will know that you have reached the right point. Now using the knife tool, now connect those 4 vertices to create a small rhombus so that you can start creating the buttons. Once you are done tracing the shape with the knife, press enter to commit the shape. Now all the vertices generated as result of subdivision are not useful to you, so a lot of those vertices will remain unused, and to reduce complexities later on in Pepakura, just dissolve those vertices which you are not going to use. It will not affect the shape in any way. So right click on the vertex you want to dissolve and select dissolve vertex. Next we are going to utilize the same method that we did to create the nose, to create 2 eyes on either side of the nose. So we are once again going to select the 4 sides around a vertex where the sides are converging, and then we are going to select subdivide, which will create a rhombus which will act as eye for the snowman. Similarly we are going to do the same thing on the other side also, and then we'll have the eye also completed for the snowman. Now we are going to create hat for the snowman. For that, go into the front mode, and or you can go into the 3D mode also, and then press the X-ray mode so that the X-ray mode is on. Select the top ring of the head of the snowman and delete the vertices so that there is a flat surface at the top of the snowman. Once you have deleted the vertices, then once again select the remaining top vertices of the outermost ring, and then press F on your keyboard to create a flat surface on the top of your snowman's head. With the top face selected, press E on the keyboard to extrude and press escape to do an extrude with 0 thickness. Now we can scale that to create the base of the hat, so press S on the keyboard and scale it so that that surface comes out, and then press R and Y on the keyboard to slightly tilt it around the Y axis so that the hat is slightly tilted. Now that the base is tilted, press E again to extrude it in the upward direction to create the rim of the hat. So press key and then slightly drag the mouse to create the rim. Then once again press E to create a 0 thickness extrusion by pressing E and then escape, and then press S to scale it down to create the top portion of the hat by once again extruding by pressing E on the keyboard and then extruding as per your desire how high you want the hat to be. So once you are done with the hat, so we are now almost finished with the snowman. The only thing that is remaining are the 2 arms which we are going to create on the sides. So for arm, decide on a vertex on the side of the snowman and follow the same procedure as we did for eye to create that rhombus. But then we are going to need a flat surface rather than a pointed surface inside the rhombus. So we are going to either delete that vertex and then create a face out of those remaining 4 vertices, or we can simply dissolve the vertex also, which will create the exact same thing as we did by deleting and creating the face. Once you have that flat surface on the sides, select that face and then press E to extrude it outwards so that the arm gets extruded. Then scale it down slightly, so press S and scale it down, or you can also move it up and down depending upon how you want the orientation of the arm to be, but we definitely need to scale down slightly, and then press E again to extrude. And now we want the ends to be pointy. If you want the orientation to change, then you can press R on your keyboard to rotate that end face in whatever direction you want, and then press the extrusion. To merge the points at the end, keeping the end face selected, press M on the keyboard and then merge. Follow similar procedure for the other arm also. Now it's time to define colors for our snowman. So for that, go into the materials section on the right hand panel, so there is this last option, materials, and now we are going to define colors. So define the first color, click on new material, then give it a name, the color that you want. So in my case the first color is black, so in the color palette I am going to select the black color. Similarly, I would want other colors also. For example, I am going to require white, I'm going to require red, blue and brown. So I'm going to require all these colors, so I'll define all the colors in a similar fashion. Since white will be the most prominent color in the snowman, so press A on your keyboard to select all the faces, and then select the white color on the panel and click assign. Now all the faces will be white. Now for the remaining faces which have to be in a different color, we are going to select those faces specifically and then we are going to assign the color. So the next we are going to assign is the nose, or we can do the black color also. So first let's select the eyes and the faces on the hat. To select the multiple faces, keep the shift key pressed on your keyboard and then select all the faces that you want to color one by one, and then press the or select the color that you wanted to assign and then simply click assign to assign that particular color. Follow this procedure for rest of the snowman. And with this our snowman is ready, and you can see that it is looking really good. Now all you need to do is go into the file menu and export it as a OBJ file or STL file, and then you can import it in the Pepakura and create your template. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and I hope you found it useful. If you guys liked the video, then please do not forget to hit the like button and share this video with your friends. Also to subscribe to my channel for regular videos on paper arts, and I will see you guys very soon in my next video. Till then, stay safe, take care and bye bye.